And one. Hello. Thank you so much for tuning into today's episode. Today with me is Kimberly Larson. She is a founder of Zen Boutique Life Coaching, LLC. She helps you create a life of peace, authenticity, and joy. And I'm super excited to be able to, share her story with you guys and really have her, provide some great insights today. Thanks so much, Kimberly.
No, thank you for having me. I appreciate that so much.
Excellent. Is there anything you'd like to add to the introduction that I might have missed?
I think you did a great job.
Excellent.
I'm from Chicago, Illinois. How about that?
Okay.
Okay.
So, what was life like before coaching, and what was, either the cause or events that caused you to get into coaching?
I have been a single mom for many years, and I started to mentor teenagers that my children knew, and then their friends wanted me to help their friends, so that kind of just grew from there. And I really wanted to become a foster mom, and because the kids were all getting set to leave for college, my son to the Air Force, and the kids were like, no, don't do that. Why help just a couple kids when you can help thousands of kids? And I was like, oh my gosh, they were absolutely 100% my inspiration to going to school to get my degree in clinical psychology. So I did. I got my degree in psychology, and then I was really wanted to do work in therapy, but then I started doing some research and I found life coaching, and I was like, what is this all about? And I really got into life coaching because you kind of dabble in the person's past to get to, why are they here right now? What's going on in their present? And I was like, wow, this is a really beautiful focus. So I think I'm going to do life coaching instead of therapy. And that's where I wound up. I've been doing Zen Boutique Life Coaching for 2.5 years now. My goal is to build my company exponentially. So we'll see what happens with that.
Nice.
So I'm very, very excited. And I love all of my clients. So.
That's actually really important. Like, a lot of people don't really love it. So it's really great to see that you actually have the passion, the drive to keep going and just keep loving it,
Yes, and I do.
Nice. Yeah. So what do you generally help with? What do they come to you the most for?
It's a variety of things. Relationships. So I'll have couples or just a single person coming in to talk about what's going on in their relationship and, what it is, how can they move forward with their relationship? So I have that. A lot of my clients are in regards to life transitions. So they probably, moved here from Chicago and don't know how to transition into, the city world. How do I find friends and what do I do? And I feel stuck, and I feel like I have no purpose here. So we do go over that. And I have clients who just feel stuck and overwhelmed with everything going on in their life. So I have a variety of things that I work on. I also have clients that are parents, and their schedules are absolutely crazy, and they have children. So how can they pay attention to their children and their job as well? Where's that main focus at? How do they get that? So we go over that kind of stuff too.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah, I feel like that might be a really, really, really needed thing right now, especially because the two worlds are combined.
Yeah. Yes. I've been getting a lot of calls, and discovery sessions is what we call it. So our discovery session is for free. So we just talk over a video session just so we can meet each other and see if we have that connection. And if we do have that connection, we'll move forward with our session. So yeah, with this whole COVID thing, it's been great meeting a lot of clients.
Yeah. Yeah, it's because like they need us more than ever. So that's why it's like, okay, this is great. As as much as that sounds, because we're helping people every single day. So that's why it's like,
Yes.
yeah, exactly. So
Yes.
let me ask you this question. So what are some things that you can give the audience who might be watching, or maybe either overwhelmed or stressed out right now, to either help them become more aware of what causes them to be stressed out, or some things they can do to kind of lower that overwhelm and stress?
Definitely writing it out. And so not just in the COVID thing that's going on right now, but in everyday life, a lot of people keep their thoughts, stresses and anxieties and all that up in their head.
Mm.
And it's so, so important that everything that you think of, you write it down. When you're going to bed, a lot of people can't sleep at night because their thoughts are racing. Have a notebook and pen next to your bed and start writing out those thoughts. So the next day you can work on, how can I fix this?
Mm.
I have like 8 issues, and how do I tackle each one of these? But it helps release some of that anxiety and pressure when you write it down. When I'm working with my clients in person and, as well as video session, I have them get a whiteboard. It's so important. And they're like, oh my God, I don't want to see all of that on a whiteboard. It's so overwhelming. And it is. It's supposed to be overwhelming.
Wow.
Everything that's going on in your head is going on that whiteboard. But the great thing about a whiteboard is that you can start erasing. So every time you erase an issue because it's been fixed, it becomes less and less and less overwhelming.
Yeah.
That's the great part about whiteboarding. So I do that with my clients.
Okay. Are those usually like when they're writing on the whiteboard? Are they usually like things we can fix in the short term, or is it just anything? So some are going to be up.
You're going to actually have columns. So you're going to have your short-term goals, which is things that need to get done right away, and then you have your long-term goals.
Okay.
And then just throw them out there. Throw everything out there. Take a picture of it with your phone so you don't lose your thoughts that you just wrote down. And just kind of make columns. And once you do the columns, then you can start filling in your columns. So you'll have short-term goals, long-term goals, and then you can have your daily things that you have to get done on the daily. So every time you finish something, you just erase it. Okay. You have phone calls to make, to follow up for interviews. People are starting to interview again. So you need to follow up with the phone call, follow up with an email. Make sure that stuff is on your whiteboard. Okay. So it's not cluttered in your head.
Yeah, that sounds really effective. That's I think you're the first one I've heard talk about the whiteboard. So that's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I came up with that years ago, being a single mom, and didn't have any help or anything like that. And I had a cluster of issues going on, and I was like, oh my God, how do I sort this out? And how do I make it go away? Because I started doing it on paper, and then I would just scribble it out. But scribbling it out, it's still a lot of stuff on my paper.
Yeah.
And I was like, I need to erase it. So that's when I went out and I got a whiteboard for that. And then I got a calendar whiteboard for the kids and I. So each of us had a different color, and each of us put our the things that we were doing, for that whole entire month or for the week or whatnot. So we all knew what we were up to and where we were going to be. So it worked out really well. So I just took what I learned from myself, and now I help my clients with it.
Nice. That's really good. That's probably why clients really like working with you, because that's extremely to the point. It works. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. The other thing with the whiteboard that's important is to all your issues that you're doing. So your small term goals should be in one color, long term goals should be in another So have it color coordinated, so it's not all just one color. And then the other important thing is to have sticky notes and write down positive quotes.
Mm.
So you could put positive quotes up on your dry erase board. So every time you look at it, to go ahead and erase something or add something, you see that positive quote and it brings you a smile. It makes you feel good.
Okay. What was a quote that you either remember or that you like, that your favorite quote is?
Oh gosh, there's so many. My favorite quote. I don't know. Maya Angelou is my favorite person, so anything that she has written is what I love. How about that?
Okay. Well,
okay.
Yeah. That's really cool. This kind of a far off question, but what's your vision either for your life or for your business?
The vision for my business is really going big. I want to really be really big with this. My daughter is going to be going into her double major. She wants to graduate with her master's PhD in psychology. So my plan is to expand my life coaching practice. So we'll have life coaching and a therapist. So we want to do that, and then of course hire more staff and things like that.
Yeah, that sounds really good. What does the word either success mean to you?
The word success to me means accomplishment. Because there are so many different types of successes, and I feel that every success is an accomplishment, and there's so much positivity to all of that, and it brings out your creativity and your passion, and that's so important.
Okay, that's really cool. I really like that. Yeah, because in order to get the task done, you have to think of unique ways. So I like that.
Yeah, and if you're really passionate about it, and you stay completely focused and consistent, it's really going to come out, and you're going to have a very positive ending to it. And then you just expand on that too.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to stay there. You keep learning and you keep expanding on what you complete it.
Yeah. Excellent. Are you working on any new projects or anything at the moment?
I'm actually finishing up a course in mindfulness. Mindfulness is something that I talk to my clients about, but I wanted to learn more about mindfulness, and not just at home personally, but in the workplace. I think in the workplace it's very important. Just mindfulness is basically about not judging yourself, being in the present moment, not judging yourself, and why that's so important. And being in the present moment, not worrying about what other people are thinking about you and what you're doing, or you as a person, So I'm finishing up a course in that, and I'm going to later go into collaboration with another life coach so we can start doing some speaking engagements. I would like to do that in grammar schools and high schools, and definitely in the workplace.
Okay. That's really cool. Yeah. How can people find out more about you?
They can find out more about me on my website, and my website is www.lifecoachzenboutique.org. And one important piece that I wanted to share too is that I am also a part of a domestic violence task force team. So if there is anybody that is, watching and listening to this, they can always reach out to me through my website. My phone number is there, email and whatnot, and they can reach out to me directly, and we can talk, and I can definitely put them on the right path to where they need to be.
Well, excellent. You know, I really appreciate you taking the time out of your schedule to be able to do this and, share your story with us.
Oh, no, thank you so much. I am honored to be sitting here with you. I wish I was there in person so I can shake your hand.
Uh-huh.
So thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah. And, for the people in the audience watching, if you would like more content interviews just like these with people who are, improving themselves every single day and helping other people to do the same, I recommend that you check out the link to the group either above or below the video. It's a group to our community where we have a bunch of like-minded people who are coming together to form a mastermind. So we're all elevating and we're all moving forward in our lives. So if that interests you, go ahead and click on the link below, either above or below the video, and come and join us in our community. Talk to you guys soon. Hopefully you enjoyed watching as much as we enjoyed creating this. See you guys soon. Talk to you later. We're done recording in 3 and 2 and